Hey guys, this is Steli Efti with Closeout. Today I want to share with you the most amazing time I've ever been sold to personally. So once a month somebody will ask me, hey Steli, can you share a time where you bought something from somebody and you had the most amazing experience in terms of the interaction with the salesperson? And I always tell the same story. This is a purchase I made over 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, I was a pretty young entrepreneur and I was excited about wearing nice ties and really expensive suits. Nobody in my family ever had a job or reason to wear really nice suits and ties. So once I started making money and being, somewhat successful, the first thing that I started investing in is like buying nice ties and nice suits and like spending a lot of money on looking professional. As you can see, I've kind of outgrown that idea, but back then that was really important to me. So here I am, a very young kid. I'm walking to one of the most expensive stores in the city that I used to live in back in Europe. And I'm looking around to buy a few really nice ties, right? So there's this sales guy, older guy, bold, really, sharply dressed, a really charismatic smile on his face, and he makes eye contact with me and comes and starts a conversation, consults me a little bit on the ties, but gives me just enough space and just steps in always at the right moment. I'm one of those guys that usually says, no, I don't need any help when I walk into a retail store and a salesperson approaches me. But this guy was different. So, once in a while I would start conversing and chit-chatting and he would give me some advice or drop some really interesting facts about the ties and the suits and the nice shirts there. Eventually I had all the items that I wanted. I go to the cashier, and I talk with the sales guy and he rings up all the items and puts them all nicely together and packaged them really beautifully for me. And it turns out to be a pretty big bill, over 1,000 euros back then for all the ties and all the shirts and stuff that I put together. And just as I'm about to pull out my wallet, I realize, holy shit, I forgot my wallet. I just spent an hour here and I feel kind of embarrassed and I don't have any money on me. Right? So I look the guy in the eye and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot my wallet at home. Just keep everything. Can you put everything to the side and I'll try to make time and then come later today or sometime this week and I'll purchase the items. The guy looks at me and goes, no, sorry, I can't do that. And I turn red and I'm so, kind of like embarrassed about the situation. I was young. All this like looking professional and successful was really, really important to me. So forgetting my money and then hearing a no, I cannot put your stuff on the side from the sales guy made me feel really embarrassed. So I start sweating and being like, well, okay, I guess. And he's like, no. Are you crazy? These items, sir, are yours. You take them with you and you come whenever you have a chance and you pay. I don't want to keep them. You take them. You come and pay whenever you have a chance. Don't worry about it. I was flabbergasted. I was like, seriously? This is over 1,000 euros worth of items and you just give them to me? This is the first time I shop here. Here's what happened next. I walked out of that store with my bag with all the goodies in there. I drove straight back to my office, picked up my wallet, straight back to that store and paid. I guarantee you, if the guy had put this stuff to the side, I'm a really bad shopper. I would have either not showed up again or showed up weeks and weeks and weeks afterwards because it takes a long time for me to take time out of my busy schedule to go shopping. So, and I don't even remember why I did that day, but I guarantee you I wouldn't have paid that day. I wouldn't have come back even that week. He got his money immediately. But you know what's even more important? I continued shopping at that store from that sales guy every single month. I spent, for the next 2 years that I lived in that area, I spent probably about 1,000 euros on average every single month on ties with that sales guy. Why? Because he made me feel incredible. He made me feel just like somebody that's like valued and trusted and important. And that feeling never left me. 10 years later, I still tell the same story. And if you ever have a chance to make a real impact on how somebody feels while you sell them, just remember that impact, that feeling, the way you made them feel in that moment will stay with them forever. And not just make them a loyal customer, it will impact their life. Like I'm telling this high salesman story 10 years later. I'm recording a video now. So that guy had made a real impression on me. Nobody up to that point probably, and I'm not even sure if after, has ever made me feel like that. Like I'm somebody that you would trust on just a first interaction with that amount of money. Just made me feel special, I think. And if you're in sales, you have the chance to make people feel special every single day. You should take that chance and run with it.